Hello, the first thing I'd like to do is apologize for my voice being a little messed up this recording. I've been sick the past few days, and unfortunately my throat hasn't fully recovered. However, this is not about getting into a sick ward, it's about getting in a time warp, so let's get right into it. Time travel is something generally explored in the science fiction genre, including H.G. Wells' The Time Machine and the Back to the Future trilogy. An often overlooked aspect of these stories is the method of which traveling through time is possible, and today scientists know a few ways more effective than simply making a DeLorean go 88 miles per hour. The first and easiest way I'll talk about is by acknowledging Einstein's famous theory of relativity. This is a theory which connects space and time into one unified fabric, known as spacetime, and says that the laws of physics are the same for everything as long as they aren't accelerating relative to each other. This gives way for a concept known as time dilation. In order to keep this simple, I'm going to start with a little rocket science. Let's say you're in a rocket. You travel out to space, manage to get extremely close to the speed of light, and keep doing so for a year. Because you'll be traveling so much faster than the people back here on Earth, time dilation gives that when you return, a little over 7 years will have passed for those that stayed on the planet. This method unfortunately only allows for travel to the future, but it's much easier than any other means of traversing time so far. The next method, which also happens to be the hardest, uses an object developed by a scientist named Frank Tipler. This object is called a Tipler Cylinder. It's essentially an extremely dense, infinitely long cylinder that rotates around its long axis millions, if not billions, of times per minute. This rotating motion is what makes traveling through time possible by warping space and time around the cylinder, such that it may connect one point in space to another and one point in time to another, thus allowing travel to anyone and anywhere. The final approach I'll give for traveling through time is the most commonly heard about and is likely our best bet for going to both the future and the past. Wormholes. Wormholes can be described as punctures in spacetime that connect one point to another, allowing one to go from any place and any time to any other place and any other time simply by going through it. This may seem too easy to be true, and in a certain sense, it is. Scientists first discovered the idea of wormholes by finding solutions of the Einstein field equations. Those solutions are few of many, and any one of them could be the correct descriptor for our universe, meaning our space-time bridges may not even exist. The next difficulty with wormholes is their size, since to go through them we actually have to be able to fit in them. But if wormholes occur naturally, then they're on the scale of 10 to the negative 33rd centimeters, which is about 10 septillion times smaller than an atom. While many scientists say total time travel isn't achievable, others say that with enough work it will be. And with that, the question still remains on whether or not we will someday get to have a blast to the past and experience time travel to what lies before us.